parliamentary elections to the Assembly of Kosovo to provide provisional democratic self-government in advance of a decision on the final status of Kosovo. Kosovo, formerly a province of Serbia, came under UN administration in 1999 and unilaterally declared its independence in February 2008. The assembly elected in 2007 continued in office after the declaration of independence. Since the Kosovo War, the country has held 4 parliamentary elections, one every 3 years, in 2001, 2004, 2007, and 2010 respectively. The first 2 were administered by the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe and the second 2 monitored by the international community, with the OSCE and other observing groups concluding that these elections were generally fair and free. Under Kosovo's constitutional framework, which established the PISG, elections were to be held every 3 years for the Assembly. The Assembly then in turn elects a President and Prime Minister. The Assembly had 120 members elected for a 3-year term. 100 members elected by proportional representation, and 20 members representing national minorities. Under the new constitution of 2008, the guaranteed seats for Serbs and other minorities remains the same, but in addition they may gain extra seats according to their share of the vote. Kosovo has a multi-party system, with numerous parties in the system of proportional representation and guaranteed minority representation means that no one party is likely to have a parliamentary majority. In addition, a minimum number of ministers were and remain reserved for Serbs and other minorities. The voting age in Kosovo is 18 years old. Early elections were held in Kosovo on the 11th of June 2017. The elections were triggered by a motion of no confidence in the government of Prime Minister Isa Mustafa on the 10th of May 2017 by a vote of 78 to 34. The 2014 parliamentary elections were held in Kosovo on the 8th of June 2014. Prime Minister Isa Mustafa. The final results issued by the Central Election Committee on the 30th of January 2011 are Prime Minister Hashim Thaçi * consisting of New Kosovo Alliance Justice Party Social Democratic Party Pensionists and Disabled Party Pensionists Party of Kosovo Albanian National Democratic Party Green Party of Kosovo according to UNMIK practice. Serbian national referendums and elections for parliament and president were allowed in Kosovo, but local elections were organized separately by UNMIK and the PISG. In spite of this, Serbia carried out local elections in Kosovo in 2008. These were not recognized by UNMIK. The Community Assembly of Kosovo and Metahija is a local government created by the Serbian minority in the Kosovo city of Mitrovica in response to the 2008 Kosovo Declaration of Independence. The first elections for the assembly took place on May 11, 2008 to coincide with the 2008 Serbian local elections. In the Brussels Agreement, the government of Serbia agreed to integrate Kosovo Serb political structures into the government of Kosovo. The seats in the assembly are divided as follows. DS is boycotting the assembly for now, stating that it would wait until the new government is formed in Serbia, which would then decide whether the assembly is a good way of promoting the Kosovan Serbs' issues. The elections, which are basis for the Community Assembly of Kosovo and Metahija, were not recognized by the United Nations Mission in Kosovo or the Republic of Kosovo. The creation of the assembly has been condemned as an act aimed at destabilizing Kosovo by Kosovo President Fatmir Sejdu. While UNMIK denied that this election was a serious issue as the assembly will not have an operative role